This is not an organic one, so I'm going to peel the skin off this thing. If this was an organic cucumber, I'd leave the skin on. I'm going to take the skin off because that's usually, so they say, where the chemicals would hide is in the skin. There I got pretty much a naked cucumber. If you have one of these gadgets, I don't even know what it's called. It's like a slicer machine. I mean, I don't know, what, $10, $15 in Walmart, something like that. This makes your life a lot easier with everything you cook. I highly recommend this slicer thing. But you got to be careful. This thing is sharp. It is razor sharp. If you don't got this, you can surely use a knife. But as you can see, this is just gonna... This is where it gets interesting. Right down here, again, that thing's sharp. I don't even know why I did that. And I get that about there, and I'm done. Just like that, you got like these pickles. You know, these things are like perfect pickle size. Check that out. Huh? Check it out. Awesomeness. Lock it. So, like I said, it's razor sharp. I guarantee you, I'm the guy that grabs that thing, even though I tell you it's sharp, and I'll cut myself. Mason jars. I save these. I'm like a mason jar hoarder. I mean, for whatever reason. The next is apple cider vinegar. Usually, this is a Heinz, I guess. That's probably, usually I get a Bragg, it's called. But you want to make sure it has with mother. Really don't know what that is, but apparently it's good. And I'm very pragmatic at everything I do, so I don't ask questions. And this right here, I'm probably on, usually it's 50-50 water, but you can't really see how much. This is probably like a little bit more than a quarter right here. I guess we'll go with a third. If you do not have a Berkey filter, I highly recommend it. It's a solid carbon filter. It filters your water out. I never had it tested. It would sure would be nice to know. You know what? I may have put too much vinegar in this thing because even though it's full up here, I got to put stuff in there so it's going to come up. Way to go. One thing I guarantee you is I put too much water into this thing. But thankfully, since I'm a mason jar hoarder, I can pour some out into here. And we're going to go put a little bit less, put more in here, and then I can save that for whatever reasons. But salt, sea salt. What you got to do is look for the unbleached, and it's kind of like a brownish tint to it. It's not white. White's bleached. And what I'm going to do is just add a little bit. This is optional. I don't like much salt. I got some dill in here. This dill, you know how you buy the big packs and you can't use all of the dill or something like that. So I have a dehydrator, and I'm just going to break it up, put it in here. Actually, I'm going to put quite a bit of this in here. So I use this stuff in a dehydrator. And I don't know, I can definitely smell it, so I don't know if the flavor goes out on it or anything, but that's something I do. I'm making a hell of a mess with this thing, but and there goes my children. I'm telling you guys, this is absolutely fantastic. I'm like a pickle maniac, if there is such a thing, like the pickle burglar. Hamburglar and the pickle burglar. Love them. And the good news is, since I'm crafty and a mason jar hoarder, top it off, pickles. It'll probably take a couple days, maybe 3-4 days for those to, you know, I don't know what you call it, be good, I guess. So there's your pickles. If you have a special seasoning you'd like to try to put in there, this is a big experiment. If you think you put too much apple cider vinegar in this time, put some, obviously put less in. If you think you need more, put more in. You know, just experiment. You know, this, like I said, we got a mason jar over here. What I could have did is put like cayenne pepper in here, and I could have had some spicy stuff. Actually, it's not a bad idea. Now I'll put this in the refrigerator, and it'll be good for in about, I don't know, 3-4 days. This should be okay. And you made me want to experiment. I'm not going to put any dill in this time. We'll put a pinch of salt. Alright, now we're going extreme here, okay? My dehydrator is like an amazing thing. I don't know if you know what this thing is, but it's a chili pepper. And dehydrate those, just crumble it up. I don't know what this thing's going to taste like. It's an idea. Did I put enough in? Did I not put enough? I'm going to go all out. And let's see what these guys will taste like in about a few days. Big thing is you want to keep this thing submerged. They're not quite submerged. I'm just going to add water, and I think that's going to be good enough.